and I bought a rock. I'll put a picture of the rock in the video. I spent $15 on this rock. It made me... Welcome back. I'm Donna from Lost Closet 12, and I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. And I have with you a Flipped Friday for the week between January 31st and February 6th. I've been running a sale, as I always do, to try to get, or I should say most of the time I do, to try to get rid of some of the older items that have been sitting. Maybe some of these items I probably should have never listed. And I'm in the process of strategically removing some of the ones I should have never listed. So, some of the dollar amounts are low, but these are items that I have had for a while, and they need to go, either be sold or pulled from my inventory, because I want to start trying to get a higher dollar ASP. I still will always pick up those things that I'm like, oh, it's cute, someone's gonna want it, but I'm gonna try to steer away from some of those things. Now, if I buy a bag for like a Manhattan toy plush that I think is going to do well, and there's a $5 little TY in there, I'm going to write that one too, because I have it, right? But I'm going to try not to pick up things just because they're cute. So last week I did just the screenshots, and I feel like that worked better for me. If you guys like when I hit the tabs and move over, let me know in the comments, and I'll change it. It's not that much harder for me to record that way. I'm still going to record that way just in case my screenshots go wonky. But yeah. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. And that cat jacket I've had forever. I have to write it. It had so much pet hair. I washed it a couple times. I lint rolled it, threw it back in the washer. I feel like it's good to go now, but it's just sitting on my mannequin. So I'm going to move you over. You're going to see the plushies behind me, and that bag here, that's a handmade bag out of the plastic shopping bags. I just thought it was cool. It was a Ben's pickup. I picked it up. I'm not going to list it. I just thought it was cool. It's junk, but it's cool junk. So without any further ado, I have women's sweater medium winter scene embroidery whip stitch Quaker Factory or Quacker Factory QVC. This sweater was a Ben's pickup. I picked it up and I wrote it in December of 24, and it cost me $1.56. And on the video that I was recording, what sold over the weekend, I said $10. It actually sold for $6. So I don't hold numbers in my head. I have to write everything down. And for a quick week, what sold over the weekend, I don't do that. This next thing was Peppa the Pig. Also made the weekend sale video, and I did disclose not working in the listing. Peppa Pig winking plush tutu cartoon character, and I did, let me just double check. No, I didn't, unless if this is a different listing. Well, if it's a return, it's a return. This sold on Poshmark. 22 cents is what it cost me, and it sold for a whopping $6. This also, I've been having a few more sales on Poshmark. I'm not sure if I'm doing more work or if they change things and my listings are getting more attention. I know I've been actively trying to get caught up on my cross posting. I still have like 100 listings to go. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, these are women's joggers, small ditzy floral print, pull-on blue elastic waist by Lucky Brand. They're just a pull-on jogger style pants by Lucky Brand. I've had this so long I don't have my cost of goods. I don't even have my average cost. So I probably had this thing for like 2 years. 93 cents at the, I do have my cost of goods. 93 cents at the bins. I just don't have the date that I picked it up, and it sold for $9. I was happy to see it go. Men's extra large tech fleece pullover top, long sleeve zipped pocket, members mark blue. This sold for a whopping $4.80. It was a bins pickup. I wrote it in March, and $1.16 is what it cost me by weight, and it sold for $4.80. See, I gotta stop picking stuff up like that. I really do. This was a jewelry bag. This jewelry bag taught me so much about ethnic jewelry and belly dance jewelry. I don't know how to enunciate some of the things that the names and the styles that I discovered through this bag. I don't know. Yeah, I think this came from a bag back when I first started doing YouTube. I did my first jewelry unboxing or unbagging or whatever, however I listed it. I think this was in that bag. So this was written in red, white, and blue. May of 25, $1.22 is my cost of goods. I took the average of, I counted everything that I was going to list, and I took the average. It sold for a whopping $5. Tika and earring set, gold tone, multicolor rhinestone, dangle drop, round India. That is, they're heavy, but there's so much going on. There's a lot of detail in some of these pieces. I thought they were cool. Talbot's size 8 jeans, flawless slim. I'm like super raspy. I think it's not spring yet. There's still snow on the ground. I'm seeing more and more ground. And I'm also seeing a handful of robins, which makes me think that spring is right around the corner, because you don't see robins when it's cold outside. Not here, and I live in South Jersey, by the way. You don't see robins like when it's cold outside, like you see them right before spring. Well, anyway, this I wrote in October of 24. It was a bins pickup, $1.57. And these sold for a whopping $4.80. So, I mean, I was running a sale. This was a 70% off sale. So that's probably why it went so cheap. This next one, I wrote Scoop, but his name is Ty. I always say TY. It's actually Ty, I believe. Ty Snowcat Box beanie with hang tag, white beanbag plush stuffed animal. He was super cute. He was small. I have him as a red, white, and blue pickup, so he must have been in a bag of plushies I picked up. December of 24, 39 cents was my average cost. Sold for $3.20. So if you take what I paid for this and do the percentage, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do that because I can't do math in my head. It's a pretty good percentage return on your investment. Like 39 cents I gave to essentially the Goodwill, where did I say I got it? The red, white, and blue thrift, and I got back $3.90. And this thing, I probably copied and pasted someone's listing after Google Lensing it. Like, it took me no time to write, and it was a small plushie, so it didn't take a lot of room. This is, where did I get this? This was a bins pickup. I don't know if I would have picked this up. Maybe my husband picked it up. I'm estimating it was written in December of last year or 2024. I don't have that information. Pink plush pig, approximately 7 inches, pink standing, big eyes. Stuffed is spelt wrong. Animal, great. great American toy. It's just a pig. And he's cute, but it's just a pig. Well, anyway, my average cost was $1.55. That was back when I, if I spent $10 and got 10 items, my average cost would have been $1. So I took how many items I picked up that day, divided it into how much I spent, and that's how I got my average cost. I don't do that anymore. When I'm writing the listing, I'm putting it on the scale anyway, and then I know my cost. Because if you go to the bins and you buy shoes, hard goods, clothing, toys, and you have, say you pick up some Little People, they're like 3 cents each, but you pick up a bunch of Little People and a bunch of shoes, that makes your cost, and you do the average, that makes your cost for the Little People a lot more than what you actually paid for it, and your shoes a lot less than what you actually paid for it. So I'm trying to keep it as accurate as I can. That's why I switched. So this sold for $3.80. And this I've had forever. Nike Athleisure swim top, size 8, juniors, tankini, swimwear, top, self bra, pullover, blue. And I guess I ran out of characters. $3.90 is what it sold for. I don't have when this was listed. It was rewritten in August of 24 when I started doing all my rewrites. So it's at least 2 years old, maybe a little older. 93 cents, again, average cost is what I paid for it, and it sold for $3.90. Everything sold for $3 this week. These are boys' boots, size 4, lace up around, fox leather, casual. I just drew a blank. I apologize. Let's start over. Boys' boots, size 4, lace up round, fox leather, casual, cinema, casual, outdoor. They're just, boots. They're in good condition. Sometimes with kids' items, if I can find them cheap enough or if they're in good condition, I will write them and offer a deal. They were a bins pickup. The average cost was $1.53. I don't have when I wrote these, and $10.49. I don't feel like they're so incredibly old. I think maybe a year I've had these. I think I just forgot to put in the date. This was a nice top. This is a Talbot lightweight top, size medium, striped roll top sleeve, relaxed fit, nautical beach. It's got like a blue ombre from light to dark. Normally the ombre is dark to light, but this goes from baby blue to like blue to darker blue to like navy blue. Well, anyway, I wrote this in May of 25. 50 cents is what it sold for. No, mercy, 50 cents is what I paid for it. I did not write down how much it sold for. I probably sold this for like between $8 or $10. I'll put it in the video. I didn't write it down and the price is crossed off. So I listed it for $14.99. I have no idea what I sold it for. I cannot remember. This is a terrible picture. I've had this forever. $9.24 is a rewrite. $1.22 at the bins. Sold for $13 on Poshmark. This is a vintage beaded dress. Silk, black evening, zipped short sleeves, knee length. That's a terrible picture. I've had this for a very long time. Some of the beads were loose. When I did not know how to ship this, it never occurred to me about the beads rubbing together. So I put paper on top and on the bottom and I folded it over, and it was a struggle. I don't think I'll pick up a beaded dress again to sell online because I don't know how to ship them. Because they throw the packages, they get on the truck, they go in bins, they get rolled on conveyor belts, and sometimes your item moves inside those packages. And I was overly anxious about the beads because this is a vintage dress. The beads rubbing together. Did I even give you the name? No, I did not. I'm going to look at the name. Oh, there's the name. Lawrence Kazar. It's a vintage dress, and it's beautiful. But I didn't want it damaged. And this sold on Poshmark, too. I've been having more sales on Poshmark. So that is it for this Flip Friday. And one of these days, my Flip Friday is going to be an hour long. You guys are going to get tired of watching. So, but right now, they're short and sweet. And, yeah, that's it. That's it for the week. So, yep, I'm going to say bye for now, and I will see you on the next one. I will probably do a haul video soon. So I did just pick up a small $8 jewelry bag at a thrift. We needed to run up to a place, and there was a thrift store that's generally overpriced, but I'm like, we're here, let's go in. And I bought a rock. I'll put a picture of the rock in the video. I spent $15 on this rock. It made me smile. It made me laugh. I'm not listing it. I'm not selling it. It's for me to keep. And I'll put a picture of the rock in the video. Well, anyway, while we were there, they had some small bags of jewelry, and I picked one because I like to go through them, and maybe I will open that bag today or tomorrow and make a recording. So don't forget to hit the like, the comment, and the subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.